You aren't working hard. You're just aggressively disorganized. One of the biggest failures that you could do as an entrepreneur or as someone that has responsibility in life in general is say to yourself that I'm putting in the work, that I'm doing what needs to be done, but in reality, you're just doing the things that you want to do that are comfortable in order to avoid those things that are uncomfortable. Now, let me explain that further as we go on. You are spending 10 hours a day grinding on your laptop, tweaking your website colors, instead of asking people for money, instead of selling what you need to sell. The reality is that because you're doing that, your bank account hasn't moved a single bit. That is because you are confusing motion with progress. Now, let me explain that a little bit more. One thing is motion, that is something that is moving from one point to the other, and another thing is progress. I can move my hand across my keyboard and tweak the colors on my website, tweak the wording and the tagline, and switch things around on my website. I can sit down and build the system and improve the system time after time after time. I can read the book and cross the pages or press on the button play to watch the video. That is motion. But progress is seeing something develop and grow. If I am progressing in life, I am growing in life. If I am progressing in my bank account is growing. If I am progressing in my business, I'm getting more clients and getting better at what I do. The reality is that most people confuse motion with progress. What you need in your life is progress. Do me a favor and audit your daily tasks. Take out the time after you watch this video and think about what you do. If you can, write it down. Write it on your notes app on your phone. If you audit the tasks that you do, you'll begin to realize how much time you're actually wasting doing things that are ridiculous. Maybe it could be as simple as this. Check out the screen time in your settings. Check what you're wasting time on your phone. How much time you're scrolling through reels on TikTok or on Instagram. And understand that if a task does not directly lead you to a booked meeting, to a closed deal, to succeeding and accomplishing the goals that you want to accomplish, if the task that you're doing is not directly influencing in the progress, but is simply just motion, stop doing it. Take out the time after this and audit your daily tasks. You have no idea how much time you're really wasting when you think you're really being productive. Let me give you this example. In my personal case and my family, my father is a mechanic. And when he started his mechanic shop, when he came to this country, he sat down, he began to put in the work, and he, had to organize his toolbox. Yes, he took out time to organize his desk. But guess what? Those things isn't what paid the bills at home. Those things isn't what bought the food. Those things didn't get him paid. What those things did is organize him. And while that is nice, the most important thing that he could do is repair the car that he's repairing, is replace the engine if it needs replacing, to fix the situation that's going on to the car that's coming in. The reality is that the thing you need to do is stop focusing so much on the secondary things and focus on what's going to make you the money. It is better for my father to have a disorganized, messy toolbox, but make bread, make money, and succeed than to have an organized desk, an organized toolbox, but have empty bays across his business. The reality is by you putting in the work and you doing exactly what maybe you don't want to do is exactly what's going to allow you to succeed in your business. It is not by doing the comfortable thing. It is not by organizing and doing the side tasks. It is by doing the main task that you know is going to make you money. So focus on that. Produce for your business and succeed instead of focusing on the secondary things and making the main, most important thing secondary. I did it for a long time personally, and I can tell you that it is the biggest mistake that you can make when it comes to your business. By the way, if you are dumb playing fake business and focusing on all the wrong things and you want to finally focus entirely on revenue generating actions, hit the subscribe button below and begin to succeed in your business. the one thing that has helped me so much in my business and in my life personally is what I call the 1% rule. And this comes from the concept of James Clear. If you've ever read the Atomic Habits book, it is an amazing book. But what I do is I focus on 1% so that I can begin to grow that much more in my business and in my personal life. It is better to do 1% consistently than to do 30% now and then stop doing it in a week or two. The reality is that by doing this, I have been able to develop better consistency, better persistency, and still show up even when I am tired. It is by me deciding, one of my 1% rules is by me saying, after my kids are put to bed, I'm going to get up, I'm going to focus on one task, and I'm going to get that task done by the end of the night. And it could take me 30 minutes, just like it could take me 3 hours, but I will get it done. And by putting that rule down and laying it flat before me, no matter what, and leaving the condition that it will take me the time it takes me, I grind, I focus, and I get it done every single time. Pick one high leverage task that you can focus on today, and that you can focus on tomorrow, and the day after, and the day after, and the day after, and the year after, and the year after. When you pick that high leverage task to do, you will begin to succeed in your business. And you can apply the same thing in your personal life. Stop being busy. Start being profitable. See you later. And don't forget that if you are someone that is willing to put in the work, that is willing to grind, this is the channel for you. So hit the subscribe button, give it a like, put in the comments below your story and how you have grinded and progressed in your personal life, and how you have let go of motion and focused on progress and growth. See you later, and don't forget, your path to freedom is here.